It's here first from IPR News. I'm Megan McKinney. In today's episode, we'll hear from some airports in Iowa and if they're expecting ICE agents to be deployed as part of President Trump's plan for a shortage of TSA agents. We'll also take a look at data about abortions in Iowa. It's Tuesday, March 24th. Iowa's two largest airports do not expect ICE agents to be placed at their facilities. More federal immigration officers are making their way to U.S. airports after President Trump said he'd deploy them to supplement the Transportation Security Administration during a partial government shutdown. A shortage of TSA agents has caused long lines at security checkpoints across the country. But in a press release yesterday morning, the Eastern Iowa Airport in Cedar Rapids said there hasn't been a deployment of ICE agents, and there is no indication there will be any deployed. Brian Mulcahy is the CEO of the Des Moines International Airport.
I anticipate that given the fact that all of our TSOs are continuing to show up for work and we're not seeing long wait times, that we would not be a focus for that program.
Mulcahy says because the airport electronically monitors the exit lane, there's no need for staff in that area. The exit lanes at airports are one section. Border Czar Tom Homan has said ICE agents could be placed to free up TSA agents to work in passenger screening areas. Healthcare providers and institutions could decline to participate in services that violate their conscience under a Republican-backed bill that's on its way to the governor's desk. The bill defines conscience as ethical, moral, or religious beliefs or principles of the healthcare provider or institution. Democratic Representative Austin Baith of Des Moines says the bill is unnecessary and it legalizes discrimination in healthcare.
There is nothing in here that puts guardrails on what is conscience and what is something else? What is just discrimination?
Republican Representative Bill Gustav says the bill gives important protections to healthcare providers that will help recruit doctors to work in Iowa. The House passed the bill with a party line vote, sending it to Governor Kim Reynolds for her signature. New numbers show the number of abortions in Iowa dropped in 2025. IPR's Natalie Krebs reports.
2025 was the first full year Iowa's law banning abortion at around 6 weeks of pregnancy with some exceptions was in effect. New numbers from the Guttmacher Institute, which supports abortion rights, show there were just over 3,000 clinician-provided abortions in 2025. That's a 22% decrease from 2024. Isaac Maddow-Zimmett is a data scientist with the Guttmacher Institute. He says the drop doesn't mean Iowans aren't accessing abortion care in other ways.
We'd expect that many Iowans are probably traveling out of state for care. That's something that we already were starting to see in 2024 and likely has accelerated in 2025.
He says previous data show most Iowans travel to neighboring Illinois, Minnesota, and Nebraska for abortions. I'm Natalie Krebs, IPR News.
There are new regulations on gas-fired power plants in Linn County. IPR's James Kelly reports some nearby residents say the county should do more.
The supervisors voted unanimously for a requirement that developers build 2.25 miles from population centers, though they added an amendment to reduce that setback by 50% with board approval. Some residents in unincorporated parts of the county said the board should not move forward with the 50% reduction rule. But Supervisor Brandy Myshad says she believes the ordinance protects residents and allows for future growth.
I want to have strong protections in place for our people. But as we consider all of the optics, as we consider an ordinance that is adapted countywide, I want to make sure we have the flexibility to look at all of the projects that come forward.
Alliant Energy says it has proposed a site for a gas-electric facility in unincorporated Linn County. Supervisors say Alliant has not submitted a formal rezoning application. I'm James Kelly, IPR News.
At a public meeting last night held by the Iowa Utilities Commission about that gas-fired power plant, residents asked about the impacts the new plant could have on utility rates. President of Alliant Energy, May Farlinger, says the company could raise base rates as early as 2030 when the plant is expected to be running.
What I'll tell you is that customer affordability is a key part of our strategy. We understand how important it is for us to keep base rates stable and consistent for our customers. And so that's what we work on every single day.
The facility would help support new data center growth in southwest Cedar Rapids, but Alliant officials say that's not the only reason the utility would build it. Alliant must wait 30 days before filing a petition for a certificate from the Iowa Utilities Commission. I'm Megan McKinney. Thanks for taking the time to listen to Here First from IPR today. I hope you have a great day.